Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, Cinematic Critics. I apologize for being gone for so long. I've been thinking of some ways of how I can make this channel more interesting, so that's what's been taking up majority of my time, but hey, I'm back with a new video, let's get into it. So 3 things that we're going to be talking about today is 1. The Batman Part 2 being delayed an entire year, a new look at Jon Bernthal's Punisher, and the Xmen 97 creator being fired a week before its release. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is the Batman Part 2 being pushed back an entire year. This is absolutely wild, as we were all expecting such a massive amount of movies and TV shows to be released next year in 2025. The Batman Part 2 was supposed to be the big movie, but I am okay with it as much as it pains me to say it, because as long as it's perfect, that's all I'm worried about. I think we've all learned our lesson here with superhero projects, specifically Marvel being thrown out like bait on a hook and everyone jumping all over it, and then they realize this show or this movie is absolute garbage. But what we can speculate about Batman Part 2 is that we will see Robert Pattinson back as the Caped Crusader, and hopefully we will be able to see Clayface and Hush as the villains in this film. I'm really hoping at a tease from Mr. Freeze. I think that would be so neat to see, especially with the brilliant cinematography in this universe. You know, I was also doing a deep dive into people's thoughts about Barry Keoghan's Joker, and man, people do not want him in this next film. He's not even that bad. I don't know why people rip on him all the time, but I do understand that we need to see other villains and not just the Joker. You know, something else I've heard that has been speculated heavily online is that we will see a form of Robin in this film. Whether it's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, I think that if Robin were to be shown, it wouldn't be till the very end of the film and probably just the post-credit scene. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but I think Timothée Chalamet as Dick Grayson would be really cool. Do I think that Hollywood needs to get new actors into the industry and stop reusing the same 15? Yes, I do think that, but I think Timothy would be a really good Dick Grayson. But of course, that's just my speculation. I want you guys to comment down below and tell me, what do you guys think about the new Batman Part 2 being delayed to another year? Moving on to other movie news now, let's talk about Jon Bernthal's Punisher. According to Cinema Blend, Jon Bernthal posted a photo to his Instagram of a storybook labeled 1 Batch, 2 Batch, and if you know what that means, then it's showtime. So a quick recap for those who have no idea what this means. The book 1 Batch, 2 Batch was a book Frank Castle used to read to his daughter before bedtime, and one day Frank decides to come home from his Marine duties and tell her, you know, he's too tired, he'll read it to her the next day, but unfortunately, little does Frank know, the next day, his whole family gets murdered right in front of him. Yeah, that's a pretty dark story, if you ask me. This is obviously huge news though, because we are expected to see Jon Bernthal return as the Punisher in Marvel Studios' new Daredevil Born Again series, set to hit Disney Plus early next year. I'm really hoping though that we get to see the Punisher get his own TV MA rated show on Disney Plus, and if he does well in Daredevil Born Again, I don't see why Disney wouldn't make that move. So you guys comment down below and tell me, how excited are you to see the Punisher return? So the last thing that we're going to be talking about today, guys, is that Marvel fired the Xmen 97 creator Beau DeMaio. I'm very shocked that this happened because the show is set to release next week. I'm curious as to what led down to that decision by Marvel. That news can't be good, right? Like this, something is definitely wrong. I mean, the show can't be bad, right? I mean, at least I'd hope so. I was really looking forward to seeing this. I feel like that it would restore a lot of faith in Marvel fans who are feeling like they're about to just walk the line and just completely get rid of Marvel because of how bad their decisions have been the past few years. But of course, with this firing being so recent, there's not really any details that we've been provided at this current moment. But you know, again, like I said, I don't know if I should be nervous or excited for the show, but only time will tell. So with that being said, we've reached the end of this video, and if you can, hit the subscribe button for me. It would mean a lot. We are growing by the day as a community, and I'm very thankful. Thank you all, and I will see you guys in the next one.